So here we are in game two with MDoulos versus Playergone. As how the first game went, MDoulos did have a very slow start, but going into game number two, we have Dirt Wheel, which has a lot of potential for expansions for more of a higher economy boost. But as Medulo's going crazy and oh, okay, Player Gun has gone Black Ant. So Player Gun has more of an advantage of going into a more eco-friendly playstyle versus Medulo's, where he'd be forced to go into a more micro-heavy playstyle to try to get more units out onto the field because he doesn't want Player Gun to get that economy advantage.
No, but Playergone, I think, is as soon as he finds Doulos, is going to dig straight through into that middle and try to attack him from the backside. I almost guarantee that's what's going to happen. I've seen him do it in the past. It's a great plan because Doulos probably won't be expecting it to happen quickly.
What I've noticed when the games start, players don't micro their drones to food resources. As in the beginning of the game, I saw Medulos' drones go for this one food plant right here, and he didn't spread it out until after all of them had spawned. But as for down here with Playergon, we have multiple drones on one plant when he could be spreading out his drones so he can get a little more economy.
Yeah, it's been a weak start for Playergone. Every match I've watched him do, he doesn't spread them out till after the first few have come out, and even then, right now, he hasn't done a very good job at it.
Here we go with Medulos, going with the little Ling Scout. He's got two Lings at the moment. Hopefully, he might be able to get a
Oh, did
worker
you just
nest
see what
tonight.
Doulos did? He used one of his workers to kill that soldier that Playergone had sent up. It
Oh,
was
see,
low
this is
health.
where Micro comes in. It's very handy because if you are having the army deficit, using your drones can be an easy way to distract AI. That way, you can try to level out the playing field by not having to sacrifice your own army.
And what I like to see what Playergone's done right now is he opened up the other side of his base into the middle, so he's essentially doubled his economy now without having to move anywhere.
I would really like to see Player Gun to move some of these drones onto the bottom into the middle. That way they are more safe, because I doubt Medulos has any knowledge that he has broken into the middle at this moment in time. Where we see Medulos starting to his army production. I like to see an upgrade coming in pretty closely here.
Yeah, Playergon looks like he's started on the first upgrade, hasn't he? Amdulos has spent so much time trying to expand and walk around, he's going to fall behind on that upgrade.
Yeah, speed is really essential, especially during these early games. Because not having speed could be the make or break of having either one nest lost or multiple nests lost. There we go with Medulos with his speed upgrade, while Playergon's will finish way before his does. And if he gets his off, we might see a little counterattack.
Well, what I want to see happen here, since Dulos picked Crazy and Playergon is black, one of the strongest counters that Playergon can have for this early game is to start producing majors as quickly as possible. And so I'd like to see him start doing that, and I don't see any indication that he has, and that's going to be his biggest defense against Amdulos right now. Oh no, Krogoth, what have you done? You've disconnected. We're going to lag out.
We've lost one of our commentators.
I guess Collin's going to have to step up and try and take Krogoth's position.
I suppose so. A little last minute intervention.
So Collin here is currently the winner of the tournament on the winner's bracket, and whoever wins this match between Doulos and Playergon is going to be playing against Collin. And I expect Collin's probably going to lose just because he's going to cave under pressure.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think Doulos is just a little bit better than me, and if he ends up winning this, it'll be a bad matchup for me.
Oh, it's a shame we've lost Krogoth. It's all right. Maybe we'll be able to get that boy back in and let him do some talking here in a minute.
Currently, I've been mostly watching Playergon, and he's been doing solid, especially since he did just get that that soldier nest kill off of MDoulos. That does, every little bit counts, especially since it did have a couple of reinforces on it. However, I'm curious to see who has more eco. I think currently MDoulos does, just purely because he's at both the top and the little bit right side on the outside of the ring.
You know, let's see. The number of workers they each have. Playergone actually has 2 more workers than MDoulos, and with the nature of the economy being where it's at, I don't know if that's giving... Until MDoulos gets some more workers, I don't know if he's got a significant advantage at the moment.
Yeah, I would really like to see Playergone just go all along the inside of that donut and eventually just maybe break through into MDoulos' base like he tried to in mine a couple games ago.
That's what I expected him to do. I'm surprised he actually hasn't already started doing that. Playergone going to try and injure Doulos' economy. Oh, and great move by Playergone, splitting off the soldiers to continue attacking up top. And that's what you want to see people do, and it's hard to do though, you know, unless you're practiced at the game.
Yeah, it's very, very difficult to be. But Playergone does specialize in micro, and if he can get these last few fortunate, that's going to majorly cripple Doulos' economy. He's not going to have anything up there.
That's going to hurt Doulos a lot on his economy, and this is where we're going to see if Doulos has the forethought of changing the food his workers go to, because if he doesn't, they're going to go all the way back up to those plants that they were last on before. That's where they're going to path to go for food, and so it's going to take them forever to get to and from the worker nest.
Yeah. As a result of that, Doulos dropped down to not even half of what he had currently income per minute. But he is moving those workers, it seems like, a little bit. Oh, he's just...
Oh, there he goes. He did fix it. Good job, Doulos.
So he's getting it back up to what seems to be a more normal level. However, Playergone is still close to double Doulos' income per minute at the current moment in time.
Yeah, at the moment, I'm going to put my bets on Playergone for winning this match with that big hit up top.
I think it really did help him if Playergone can keep forcing Doulos into a corner like that and keeping his soldiers in his base while also limiting his eco. I think he'll be in a good spot. He really needs to get some more economy, though. I think with Doulos being so limited, I think that would just be the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for him to compete against the majors that I do see Playergone putting out now. And Playergone's got nothing defending his base. Doulos is going to be able to come in and take out a soldier nest or two, maybe. Oh, he got one of them.
Got one. But just as quickly they're replaced, it seems like.
Playergone might be learning from some of his previous matches here recently, and I wonder if there's a chance Doulos is going to dig through the middle here. He's expanding towards it. Is he doing that intentionally, or just happens to be a byproduct of how he's growing his base?
I would say if he was going to break through the middle, I feel like he would have done so already. Currently, it just seems like he's busy fending off Playergone's attacks.
Yeah, if he was to break through the middle.
Yeah, because currently Playergone is 0-2 and so is Doulos. They're about, I believe they're equal in upgrades, and they both have speed, it looks like. But like you said earlier, those majors are definitely got to be a huge hamper to Doulos' lings.
Yeah, absolutely. If Playergone keeps pushing out those majors, it's going to be tough for Doulos to keep up. All Doulos needs to do now is place one special unit nest. A bomb major would make a significant difference in his ability to push.
Yeah. In all honesty, yeah. I think even same thing for Playergone. If he got even a single super major, that would wipe out any of the lings he's facing at Doulos' entrance. Versus with Doulos, I don't think a bomb major would necessarily do that much, but I think if you got just 5 or so banelings up in a stream, you could do some major damage.
Well, banelings are great, but you lose a lot of your food to banelings because they're guaranteed to use them, they have to die. And so it ends up being wasted food that you could use for something else.
We do see a super major coming up, though. We do have a super major nest in play.
Oh, we do. That's probably gonna be the end game for Doulos because he doesn't have anything to counter that yet. He can use his queens to target down the super major, but he won't have the time to build any super nests.
Yeah, but the thing is he does realize they're coming, so how much preparing can he really do to stop this push now?
There's very little he can do about it at this point. I think this is going to be a GG for Doulos here very quickly.
Yeah, and currently Playergone is floating quite a bit of resources, so do you think he's gonna hit an R spam right at the last moment to try and get some more units? Oh, we do see the breakthrough.
Yep, this is it. 3 super majors. He's not going to be able to target them down fast enough with his queens.
I think this
is going to be the end of the... Oh, but Playergone walked his queen. Ooh, that was close. He could have easily gotten surrounded if he wasn't paying attention.
He still could. Not. Doulos doesn't seem to be ready to give it up without a fight.
Look at this. Doulos is doing good with using his queens to target down the special units. And that's exactly what he needed to do. That's the only counter he had to those super majors.
And he is placing guard posts, which are a pretty huge assistance in this sort of queen battle.
Well, let's see. Playergone has 1 armor upgrade. It makes them still useful, but not nearly as useful as a 0 armor upgrade. Once you get that 3rd armor upgrade, it's almost they're almost useless to stopping an army from pushing in.
But if their slowing ability, it still does count for something.
Oh, the slowing ability, absolutely. This isn't turning out into Playergone's advantage nearly as much as I expected it was going to.
Yeah, he let those super majors die a little too early, I think.
I think it has a lot to do with the defender's advantage that Crazy Ant has.
We do see one Crazy Queen go down, though.
Yeah, this is... I still think this is Playergone's game. He's got more economy, more food, more soldiers. You know, he's got the specials
have that reinforce
production
ability.
Oh, but it's not fast mode, so reinforce is few and far between, especially if he needs to do any digging for building.
True. You gonna lose that second? Oh, just barely.
Doulos is probably... Well, it doesn't look like he is, but he could use those spike traps to target the super majors, which would be a smart move if that's what he's doing.
Oh, Playergone needs to be careful, otherwise he might lose his queen.
Yeah, Doulos switched from getting any more economy to building nothing but spike traps and soldiers, and I think that was his best bet. That's what Crazy Ant's good at. Overwhelming with numbers. And he's able to continue getting upgrades while Playergone is stuck using his queen defensively and offensively.
I would really like to see Playergone get some spike traps, and there we go. He's doing just like I said he should. Those spike
but
traps,
Doulos using those queens is the best advantage there as much as he can. I think I was wrong in my estimate. This is probably going to end up being Doulos' game with the way he's pushing back.
Oh, they do have a queen, though.
Well, he's lost another queen. That's 200 food lost right there.
And energy. Don't forget about the energy that could go towards reinforce.
Yeah, it could reinforce or even detonate. Detonate's a great thing to use when you have plenty of food and time on your hands. You run that queen in there and just decimate the enemy army.
Back with 3 queens, I think that if you place down a queen, it comes with enough or just almost enough to detonate right away. So
yeah, I think it comes with 60 energy and you need 80.
Yeah, it's 60 or 70 energy they start with. I wish I remembered right now. And it doesn't take terribly long to get it up to enough to detonate or reinforce with. I haven't been watching well enough. Has Playergone managed to get any extra upgrades? He has. He's got another armor upgrade, which is going to make those spike traps just a little more useless.
I really would like to see him get some spike traps of his own, though. But Doulos also has 2-3, so they're not going to be very useful besides slowing the enemy down.
Yep. But this is going to be tough. I think Playergone's going to end up losing this match. He's not able to counter the numbers that Doulos is putting out for soldiers.
Yeah, and that's one of the things about Crazy Ant is even if you don't necessarily have the most eco, that reinforced ability definitely makes you a strong contender.
Yeah, if Playergone put out another spawner for his super majors, I think he'd be standing a good chance here.
You know, if I think about it strategically, I think that the super majors would have been good fighting from the entrance of MDoulos.
Yeah, they would have been better fighting at the entrance.
inside of the ground, really all it's doing is just making it easier for his
Just opening it right
soldier
up and
nest
letting him
to come
in,
right to you.
yes. Yeah, Doulos put those trash piles down, which is going to help a lot because they're going to pull the aggro for the units to the trash pile and away from things like the spike traps. So the spike traps are just going to be able to eat away at the army.
But at the same moment, they're also forming a choke for his own units, which makes them a perfect meat grinder for the super majors.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That was probably a poor choice on his part for that aspect there. And I do think that the spike traps have helped Doulos push, but that's a lot of food he's spent that he could have been putting into army.
Yeah, you have a point there, and it looks like Playergone's going to lose another super major. He needs to be careful about those. Every super major loss is food down the drain.
That's right. He's only got the one nest producing them still. And if he was able to push at least 2, but 3 or 4 super majors in towards Doulos, there would be no chance of him stopping the push.
Yeah, I don't like how he's just letting them die. He could really be doing more to save them.
You
He
know,
reminds
I
me
think
of
that-
Dealer Till as I watch him send his special units into the army just to die.
I think Playergone should maybe build some of his own guard posts, like just like maybe further in his base so they're not killed by the opposing guard posts, because it'd be adding a lot more value from, you know, only being attacked by soldiers. So they can
Well,
kill a
that-
single soldier a lot faster.
About the only use that I can see that Playergone has to build any of those guard posts is for the slowing ability alone, because Doulos has managed to get up to 3-3 now, and they aren't serving Playergone well at this point.
Yeah,
And
I do
Doulos is
think-
going to go and be able to target down the soldier nests, and yeah, I don't think Playergone's going to be able to come back from this. He's lost. Oh, and Doulos is hitting him from the other side up front. Yeah, this is unfortunate. This match is now solidly in Doulos' favor, and I really want to see Playergone win, but looks like you're going to be playing Doulos in your next match, Collin.
yeah. I am not looking forward to that.
So since he's not watching this and won't get to see the video until I upload it to him, just remember, he's expecting you to go heavy eco and spread out and get as much economy as you can like you have in your past few games, and that's what he's scared and trying to figure out how to counter. So if you were to surprise him with a different strategy, he might not be ready for it. Well, Playergone's saved up for 3 super majors. Just unfortunately not going to be enough to stop the
Up this
push. Well, he did get Doulos to run away with his queens by using the snipe. Doulos is afraid to lose any more of those queens if he can help it, because it's expensive. At this point, though, since he's gotten so close to Playergone's base, those spike traps are just going to constantly keep eating away at those nests. Nests in that trash pile. This is now a losing case. Oh, and Playergone's been surrounded, and that's it. Good match, guys. And Doulos moves on to the final game of the tournament. That's going to be against Collin and Doulos, and I'm excited to see how that plays out. Are you ready for it, Collin?
I'm a little scared, but I suppose I made it this far. I suppose I can make it to the finals.
All right, well, we'll see how that goes in the next one. I'll see you guys later.